chick.
Bobby Bones Show.
At the end of this podcast, I'm going to play Amy and I recording some of the liner stuff that we do in the morning. And sometimes it's just funny. Ray, do you know how long that file was that you sent off? Because we do this thing called Country Minute.
90 seconds, I think.
It's about a minute and a half. Okay. You'll hear it at the end. And mostly, the word was baseball, but Amy kept saying basketball. And then I said something different, and then she started going, well, that's not right either. And I'm like, you're just saying that because you said the wrong. So it's a whole thing. But you can hear what we do before the show when we're both like still kind of asleep and our brains aren't working. But yeah, that'll be coming up in just a minute. Hey, did you check your Bitcoin lunchbox?
No, man.
Well, check it. Check, see if you made any money. So we'll do that. Let me know when you get that up. SeatGeek released the top 10 most expensive concert tickets of 2025. So if you want to go to this show, and each of these are individual, these are the tickets that cost the most. And a lot of these are legacy tours that cost a whole lot. It's also not just always new artists. Any guesses, Amy? The Rock?
Ha ha ha! You're so funny. Who's on tour?
I know one that's on tour that's old.
Well, it doesn't. They're not all. I'm just saying there's some legacy stuff in here.
Oh, okay.
They're new. I'll just go 10-1.
The Eagles.
That's got to be
That'd have been a good guess, but no, not one of the most
No.
expensive tickets. Number 10, Coldplay. Average ticket price $173.
Whoa.
The Music of the Spheres tour. Number 9, Billie Eilish, $179. Number 8, Olivia Rodrigo, the Guts World Tour. Her tours in like Latin America have been wild.
You watch them?
Yeah, social media. Like 100,000 people are there.
She big?
Seriously?
She big over there?
Well, she's massive everywhere, but it's almost when like somebody big in America goes somewhere they're normally not, more people come because it's like this might be the only time we get to see them.
Ah, good point.
Gracie Abrams at number 7, $181. Number 6, Blackpink, $185. I guess I'm a big Blackpink fan now.
I only learned of her because you telling me she's Blackpink because White Lotus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's Mook.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm a fan then.
Like, I guess I'm a fan because I was getting a lot of Lisa. Lisa, yeah. I was getting a lot of Lisa because I was doing a lot of White Lotus stuff. I was getting a lot of Lisa content for a while.
Oh.
It's not there as much anymore. But for a minute there, I was like, dang, she's really famous. Green Day, number 5, $186, the Saviors Tour. They had a little funny thing going with Charlie XCX because when Charlie XCX performed, she had a sash on that said, like, should have been headliner at Coachella. And then the guy from Green Day wore one that said actual headliner because they were the headliner over her, but just one spot. But they were just poking fun. It was good. It's a good little thing. The Green Day set looked awesome, didn't it?
Yeah.
I felt like the crowd was good for that too. And a lot of times the crowd really isn't that. It's kind of a cool guy crowd.
I saw them last year. They were amazing live.
Really. The Lady Gaga stuff was freaking crazy. Because Coachella's 2 nights, but it's 2 weekends. Lady Gaga's, the visual, I don't know how much money they paid her, but I think she put it all on her freaking visual. There was one part of the performance where she was dancing against herself on a chessboard, like playing chess against herself, but it was an old version of herself, like the old version, the crazy. It wasn't in a meat dress, but like really, it was, the creative to that was spectacular. Like the Beyonce stuff that back in the day was always the leader. It was the leader in the clubhouse going into this year. But the Lady Gaga stuff, equal or better, but also there's been years of technology, and you can see that in base. The Missy Elliott stuff, I watched so much of those Coachella performances. They spent a lot of money on stage. I'd have just gone out with a chair.
Yeah, one person.
Saved all that money.
Acoustic.
Yeah. No overhead. I don't even know who my favorite was. Green Day, I watched a lot of their stuff. I watched the Go-Go's with Billy Joe Armstrong. He came out and played with them, and they're older now. They're probably 60, but that was really cool too. And it's not even they sounded good, but they hadn't played together forever, and it was the first time they had played.
It's a girl band? Go-Go's?
Yeah, the 3 women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. In the 80s?
Instruments. Yeah, they were big in the 80s. Dua Lipa at $486. Lana Del Rey at $387. Drake at $291, and Kendrick and SZA at $206. So those are the top 10. And those aren't with resale. Like, because you can go to the site now and resell. Shady. Some of that's shady. It's not even Scalper. It's like, I know artist groups that will buy their own tickets back and resell them for more. There are, it's nothing illegal, but it just feels like you put your tickets on sale for $150, which is already expensive, and they're not even adding the fees in when you see it because all the fees get popped on at the end. But
Who would buy their own tickets and resell them for more?
Well, it's a really smart thing to do. It's not illegal.
Shady.
But let's say I'm doing a show,
Terrible.
and I know the show is going to sell out, and I don't really want to. I could probably list my tickets for a whole lot more, but then you're the guy who made tickets impossible to get. So let's say I make my tickets $70, which is still expensive, but it's not. And so, well, I'm going to buy a whole bunch of them before they even go out, and then resell them on the resale for $140. And you don't know I'm selling them.
You look like the good guy.
I kept my tickets low. It's quote scalpers that do it. Yeah, that's
Dang, I didn't know they did
This
that.
is dirty.
That's dirty.
You would do it.
I know. I like it.
But it's dirty.
I like it dirty.
I
got my Bitcoin, man.
And how much did you put in?
I put in $525.
You put $500 in?
Yeah, man, you made me.
He didn't make you.
I didn't make you do anything.
You influenced me.
No, actually, I encourage you to not. But if you wanted to, I said this is something that will eventually rise, and you bought it at like $85 or so, or 85,000.
I don't know.
For a whole Bitcoin, but you don't buy a whole Bitcoin. How much have you made?
I've made $51.09.
It's pretty good.
Paid 10%.
You actually.
51 to 500.
Yeah, you're right. How did you do that so quick? I'm plus 0.985. I'm right at it.
Yeah, 10%.
I mean, it's probably not exactly 10%, but
It's not exactly 10%.
Yeah.
Right, Eddie. I just asked point. I was like, that was so close without even. I didn't.
But that's
know.
an easy one.
50 to 500, right?
Close.
I mean, I wouldn't have gotten it.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not-
would have. That's a very simple one.
No, dude. You can give me the most simplest percentage, and I'll never even get close to it.
But I've taught you how to do it.
Yes, moving that zero.
And no. What about NVIDIA that we all bought?
Oh man, we don't.
Dude, I'm telling you, either those sanctions killed us.
They killed us.
What are we at? That was your stock.
Oh man, we were up.
No, we can't do what we were. What are we now?
Only up 6%.
How much money are we up though?
$262.
Okay.
You're still up though.
No, dude.
At least you're not losing.
We were up like 1,400.
But you can't think like that
No, you can.
because you're not up there anymore.
But again, we're nothing until we sell.
That's right.
Right,
And
just
now
a
we're
number.
now we're just here for a long run.
I don't know that I want to be long run because I don't know I'm gonna know you guys. Who knows how long I'm gonna know you guys? I'd like to get my money back at some point.
And that would be awkward, right? Like if we're 80 and you're like, "Hey, lunchbox,
Hey.
can we catch
or
up?"
he
that
dies and he didn't leave it in the will that we put whatever $1,000
Right.
with him. And his wife, we're watching his wife's Venmo. Like
Oh my gosh.
at some point we need our money back.
Hey, why do I gotta die? Why don't you die?
We all die.
Okay, let's just.
But who's dying
If
first?
I die, I leave mine to Amy.
Thank you.
What the crap? I'm the one running it, man.
We didn't want to give it to you though. We would have let Amy run it. If I die, I give mine to Amy.
That's so rude.
I want to do the spill the tea. It's been sitting up here for a minute. I've already forgot what it's about. So, Ray, do we have a spill the tea up?
Yep.
Okay, hit it.
Let's spill the tea.
Okay, so this is an anonymous spill the tea. I do not remember what I put this on my sheet maybe a week ago, and I don't remember what it is, so I'm just gonna play it. Hit it.
This is a great day for America. The roads are going to become safer. All of us can rejoice. A conversation was overheard that Morgan is getting rid of her Jeep, which means no more ducks. She'll be able to see over the dashboard. And I don't want to be the one to spill the news, but we are here to tell you, the ducks are going bye-bye. I hope what I heard is true. Morgan, do you care to comment?
do you want me to go?
That anonymous person says, are you selling your Jeep?
I'm considering it. I have not decided. I have a attachment to Jeep, and I'm considering buying another brand vehicle, and it's like really giving me quite the dilemma to make.
But you liked your Jeep.
I
That's
love
good.
my Jeep.
Yeah, good. You have brand loyalty. They've done a great job with you.
I know, and so I'm really struggling. Like, am I gonna? Because my Jeep right now is kind of falling apart. It's hit like we're over.
So you're just
so many
looking for
miles.
a different car, a newer car. I would suggest a Hyundai, but hey, look, if you love a Jeep, the ducks thing though gets us because you have so many freaking ducks.
Well, listen, there is another car that I'm considering. They also kind of have a thing.
What?
So
What?
I
What?
could collect things, but they're not a duck.
What other car collects
I don't
things?
know.
I've never heard of another car collection.
Let's think about this.
Does Hyundai collect anything?
Just happy customers.
Oh, I know.
But you won't be in
You know?
trouble
Hey,
driving with happy customers.
Hey, just 5-star reviews.
Huh.
Lambos.
So
Man,
what,
I'm
not getting a
what would
Lambo.
you buy that has a collection? Like
Oh, don't like Volkswagens or something have
bug
like
flowers? Yeah, that's fair. I
No.
don't think she'd get a Volkswagen, like a Mini Cooper.
Could you imagine? I go from Jeep
Get
to
a British
Mini
flag.
Cooper.
What's the car?
I'm thinking of a Bronco.
And what do they collect? Because nobody ever put anything in my Bronco.
Me neither.
They've been talking about. There's some people that have done donkeys, or some people that have done horses. It's like a new thing
Why
with
would you do a
Broncos.
donkey for
It
a
kind
Bronco?
of looks like a horse.
But this is just
Weird.
this is so derivative, right, of the Jeep dog.
Yeah.
So it's just them trying to come up with.
Yeah, that's a knockoff,
Nah.
and I'm here for it.
We don't like
start that.
knockoffs. I'm back to Hyundai. Get your Hyundai. They
Happy
again,
customers.
they collect people that rave about their products. I mean, if that's what you want. So yeah, there you go. A few things here. A few passengers said they were trapped inside a Waymo driverless taxi in Austin.
Oh, here we go.
Exactly.
That's what we're worried about.
One said cars kept honking at us, and it would not move. It would not let us out, and it only did after they threatened to go live on TikTok.
Oh, see.
Is that what we want? We want to be trapped inside of our taxi cabs?
There has to be an emergency exit button.
That's a fair question, but it's also we trust other humans that we do not know driving at us with two yellow lines that separate nothing actually except trust. We trust the person that we do not know. We don't know how their day has been. We do not know if they can drive. We do not know if they've stolen the car, bought the car. We don't know if they're 12, not to come over into the lane and hit us. Like we have all the trust in another human being to not crash into us and kill us. So when you're going, is this what we want? Yeah, maybe, because nobody got hurt here.
Yeah. I mean, I still think that if every road on the car was a computer, like every road of the car, every car on the road would be computer operated.
Got it.
Fine, let's do it.
But that's never
100%.
how it's going to be, because there was a time when horses and cars were on the road at the same time. They didn't go, well, no horses. If everybody was a car. So there is always that period.
Yeah, but as long as there's us driving and then computers driving, oof.
But the us are going to have way more accidents than the computers. So let's say the computers have an accident or two. That's going to be big news because it's new and it hasn't happened a bunch. There's 500,000 accidents a day. 10,000 people die a day in car wrecks.
Yeah.
It's just not news because it happens so much.
It's computer glitches, though, man. You just never know when it's going to hit.
True, but what about human glitches? Happen way more than computer glitches.
Distractions is what those
Constantly.
Oh, but then also there's the hackers.
Great, and that's
Oh,
never happened.
yes.
That's never happened with an airplane either. So people say that airplanes, it's never once happened in an airplane.
Thank you. That helps.
Well, what do you
me.
mean? There's still pilots in the airplane.
Okay, well, there are still people in the cars.
Oh, true.
But
If the airplane was completely
you can be
remote-
you can be on your computer, and a hacker can still get it, even if you're sitting there on your computer, and they can dominate you and move you out.
Yeah.
You're acting like just because you have the space bar, you can take the control back. You can't.
Control Alt
question.
Delete. Control Alt Delete.
Yeah, would you get in an airplane if there was no pilot?
No
No.
way.
Yeah, same.
No.
No way.
No.
Why not?
What?
Oh.
If they hadn't tested it and it had been safe, it's
No.
probably
No.
safer.
No way.
The pilots really don't do anything either.
Yes,
except
they
do.
Make sure that it's safe up and down.
Yeah, landing
they
and
push
takeoff is
buttons,
very important.
But they push buttons for the most part, and the computer does it. But you're acting like it's so wild and new that pilots, human.
No, I
most of the flight
understand
anyway
autopilot.
is computer. When that first happened, they're like, can you imagine? We can't believe that people aren't flying it. They just push a button. Pilots fall asleep all the time.
Nah.
I don't think they
I
don't
think
fall
it's all
asleep.
the time.
Stop.
And there's a pilot and a co-pilot. You have
And they say, Johnny, I'm going to fall asleep. You stay up.
There are 1.19 million people die in car accidents every year.
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Oh my god.
Wait till Waymo takes over, then the stats will pop up on Waymo.
They'll go way down.
And back to your airplane though, like the airplanes are they're not controlled remotely right now. Like they still need a pilot. So you can't hack something that's not computerized, like is run by a computer right now.
I guess we kind of thought that the hacking would happen with OnSite or whatever. What's that thing called?
OnStar.
OnStar.
Oh yeah.
Eddie, that you're not making that you're not speaking logically. So I'd
Sure.
like for you to say it again so I can
Yeah.
refute your
So
argument.
planes are not like controlled by a computer yet. Airplanes, like they still have a pilot. They can put their on whatever deck computer on autopilot,
But they have
but it's not connected to a network. I don't believe.
They have computers in them, right?
Right, it's not connected to.
How do you know that? Why would you
Well,
say it's not connected?
because
what knowledge
then-
do you have that it's not connected to a network? Because my
Because then
knowledge says otherwise. Because
Really?
you have to update things. Sure, you don't have to update computer systems in an airplane. So
But
what do
like
you do? Bring in a hard drive every time and go, let me plug it in and update the system.
Well, so sometimes, like, your Southwest doesn't have Wi-Fi.
Different.
Great point.
Right.
Hey,
So
great
that means
point.
the plane's not connected. If you don't have Wi-Fi to watch your movie, that means the pilot doesn't have Wi-Fi to connect his plane.
And this is why I won't argue back, because that's his argument, and that's not.
Is that not accurate?
No. So some parts of planes are isolated, like commercial, are isolated where you really can't hack in. Some aren't, because systems have to be updated. And you can't update a system from inside the plane. You have to update it from another body.
I would assume you would update it on the ground, right? Like
Sure. I don't think
in
it
a
takes
hangar.
over. Sure. But still, there's the ability to connect.
Every airport they go to, and they connect to the
It's a
airport
wire.
Wi-Fi.
It plugs into the side.
That data cable.
But see, so not the case. So planes are able to be connected to. Same with like cars. They don't hack into Teslas.
Right.
Yeah. I get that now. That's what I was thinking with the.
And even if they did,
Maybe it's just movies that have made us scared of
Oh,
that.
Tesla. That's true. I didn't
if
think
they
about
did
that.
and you had your hands on the wheel, though, it could out control your hands.
Yeah, where you can't stop it.
That's you're saying like a pilot, if it got hacked, a pilot could still pull the things. It's defeating the purpose of the hacking, which takes control of it, and you don't have control of it even though you're there.
So you're telling me that right now a hacker could control a plane, but
No,
hasn't yet.
I'm not telling you that. I'm saying the fear was that, and it hasn't happened because they have built them that it seems, I won't say impenetrable because nothing is, but as of right now, they have not hacked an airplane
Wow.
that we know of.
I just assumed it wasn't possible. That's why they hadn't done it yet. I figure hackers could figure out anything.
And pilots, it's 88% autopilot, the 10 to 15 minutes during takeoff, and the 20 minutes when they land. That's all they're needed for.
Yeah.
And that's a big part of
I've
it.
seen that.
But they're not having to like move it like a boat. They just push a button and it takes it on its course. It moves the plane.
Like my buddy's plane, the one that has the prop, is one fan in the front. Like single engine, got one fan in the front. And I was up there with him and he puts on autopilot. I'm like, do we trust this plane from 1987's autopilot? Like, he's like, yeah, dude, it's great. It doesn't do anything. It's like, this is the easiest part about flying. That's what he said. But I'm like, I don't know.
You're letting a computer do it.
Not the 87. I don't think the 87 had a computer in it.
Autopilot just does what?
It just basically just saves
It's
whatever.
just a hold steady?
Yeah, whatever setting it's on, that keeps it that way.
Yeah, I don't know enough about autopilot. But I know that there will be far less people die when we go to Waymos and other cars that control it and not humans.
Yeah, those Waymos are weird.
An autopilot system on a plane automatically controls the aircraft's path, altitude, speed, and heading, essentially taking over routine tasks from the pilot. It can maintain a constant altitude. It can follow a pre-programmed flight plan. It can even assist in certain maneuvers. Oh, barrel rolls?
Nice. Autopilot barrel
You get on a
roll.
Southwest like, hey, guys.
We're also about to get those Waymos here. I see them out testing them.
I did
driving
see
them
one.
around.
Yeah.
I'm also not saying it's weird. It's bizarre to see. I've never been in one, and it felt a bit scary at first. However, everything new that involves humans is a bit scary at first until it's normal.
Have you been in a self-driving Tesla
Yeah, I had one.
where you can just sit back and read a book?
In certain states, they don't allow full sit back.
Yeah,
Here,
yeah.
they didn't allow full sit back, so I could push the button and it would drive. It would stay as long as there were lines on the road. It would do the whole thing. And then after a while, they go, "Hey, you got to put your hands on the wheel. Remind us you're still here." And so you'd have to go, "Doop," and then you take your hands off and it would drive again.
And you would do that?
It controlled the car better than I did.
Well, dude, if you had that car, you would do it. I would
I'm
totally try that.
so scared to let it just go. So, like, when we go to Austin next week and there's those Waymos, do I need an app for that?
Probably the same way you need an Uber app, right?
Or like for those
or like a
scooters.
scooter.
Yeah. Probably the same thing.
I had no
I
idea. I
need
didn't
an
know.
app for anything.
Well, I just wondered if they had a credit card thing, like when you get in, like you just tap the credit card.
Yeah, but
Oh, that
I
makes
think
sense.
they
Like
want
that's-
more info on you than.
An app just like Uber. And
Yeah,
Lyft.
and I think
Okay.
that's such a technology-based thing. If they didn't have a technology-based way to get it, that'd be weird.
Can I
Like
pay in cash?
you have to hail a Waymo.
Yeah. Because I may, man, that's scary, but I may try it next
Yeah.
weekend.
It's weird. It is weird. It's scary. But when it's that, it'll be so much safer than what it is now, which is a bunch of tired, sleepy, distracted, drunk, young, old, angry, short, tall, skinny, fat humans.
All kinds.
Yeah. And we trust them. We don't even know them. And here
You're
they
right.
come.
We do trust them. It's so weird.
It's weird that two lines. We just trust because two lines, someone's not going to hit his head on.
And we also trust, like, people to come pick us up, like just random strangers, and we think, oh, they're just great people. How do we know they're not on? I mean, because back in the day in Austin, I got in a cab one time, and I'm driving. He's taking me home after a night on 6th Street, and I'm like, "Oh, what's that mean?" He's like, "Oh man, I stopped by my buddy's house, smoked a couple bowls," and I'm like, "Whoa, what? You did what?" I got out of the cab because it's like you just trust these people like they're not doing stuff, and it's like, oh my gosh.
I guess I never fully trust them.
You never do, even when you get into an Uber.
Humans in general.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you know, just generally across the board. I just don't really trust them. Maryland woman has won 3 big lottery prizes, always in mid-April.
Mm-hmm. Investigate.
Is there any little
Seems a little weird.
little coding?
Yeah.
Putting some numbers in the code. So she has collected a $50,000 lottery prize recently, and she won $10,000 and $20,000 5 and 2 years ago.
What's the order? Does it have the order of which one she won first? Because
Yeah,
I'm assuming she
5
went.
years ago 10,000, 2 years ago 20,000, recently 50.
Yeah, she's going up.
Yeah.
She's going up. She's testing and she's getting greedier.
From UPI.com. Oh, you think that's it? Great.
Yes, it's like when you steal a credit card, you do like 1 little cent
Uh-huh.
charge, and then you keep going up.
It's consuming her, but then you don't do an interview. I think.
Oh, she did an interview.
Yeah, they were asking her about it.
Oh, that's dumb.
Unless you're hiding in plain sight. Now that's hiding in plain sight.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, no. The reference, we used it, it may be a tad incorrectly the other day. Hiding in plain sight is talking about something that you're doing while you're actually doing something illegal, but you're right there talking about not doing illegal, but you're doing it.
Oh.
That would be hiding in plain sight. Like
Oh.
she's there, she's talking about, she's winning.
Like politicians that are gay, but they're anti-gay marriage.
Not the same, really.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh, that'd be hiding.
Why
behind-
not?
Possibly, but not really. I wouldn't say that's just mostly a liar.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, it'd be
Okay, like a cop.
Because she's not lying. She's not saying she's not stealing.
Oh.
A politician's like, I don't
I'm
like gay
married
people,
and have kids.
and
but
then is
I-
secretly gay. That's lying.
Okay. Is it you're a bank teller
Yeah, come on, you got this.
But you're laundering money.
you wash money at work.
That would be a decent example, right? Because
Like you take your money
if they're
and
looking to see how the money is out and who's taking the money, but you're a teller, they're like, well, they wouldn't do that because they're a teller. That we'd go to them first.
Oh.
We'd
Yeah, that'd be
investigate
stupid.
them first. But that's hiding in plain sight. That would be hiding in plain sight.
Pretty
yes.
good.
What
if
about
you can
the-
get away with it?
Oh, a doctor.
Oh boy, she's
Who-
on it now.
Oh,
I still don't understand it, so I'm trying to get there. Okay.
But you got one.
Yeah.
I don't really feel like that was a good one.
It was a fair one. I would have accepted it with a check mark.
What about a doctor who has access to drugs and they
Yes.
steal them?
Sell them.
Yeah, they steal them. They sell them. The doctor wouldn't do that. He took an oath, but it's like, oh, he has access, and I don't know.
Well, I would say if they're looking for the person that is selling drugs and they can't really figure it out, and like we've looked everywhere, and the doctor's like in on it, he's trying to help them find it, but he's really doing it. He's not saying he's not doing it. He's actually part of the looking, but he's he's in plain sight. Like he's involved with it. So they're not really looking at him. He's actually hiding by being a part of it, by not saying he's not a part of it.
What about the Kansas City bank robber, the Wolfman? Was he hiding in plain sight?
It's kind of
I don't know.
generally it is.
Oh, Amy, don't. No, Amy, don't. Amy, don't bash mine.
Being-
Amy doesn't know what it is, but
It's
she's
just
bashing mine.
it's being right in front of people, but people aren't really recognizing you for exactly what you're doing, even though you're in front of people.
I've got it.
Go ahead.
You are a investor for people like Bernie Madoff. You're investing people's money, but you're not. I
Okay,
don't know,
possibly.
guys. God, why is it so hard?
I don't know. You have made it hard. I was just saying.
I'm gonna ask Google.
Good for it.
Keep thinking about it
What
all day.
is an example? What about a DEA agent undercover?
There we go.
But
Drug
you're,
dealing.
You're
What about
yeah.
a teacher who sells meth who's a kid?
You would never even think about the teacher. But this should show detectives, they'll always start with the obvious ones.
That's right.
What is an
Start with a doctor.
example of someone?
Last thing. Your sister, you said she's in Spain?
Yeah, because my niece is studying abroad, so my sister went to visit her for a while, and they're doing all kinds of things.
She went to a bullfighting?
They did. They went to a bullfight in Spain, and my sister didn't know going into it. I mean, she's never been to Spain. She just heard of bullfights, but she kind of thought, oh, this will be fun, like the rodeo in Texas.
It's different.
It's Yeah, she's traumatized.
Yeah,
It's different.
It's not fighting. It's like bull killing.
It's bull. Yeah, they should call it bull killing.
Yeah.
But sometimes the bull does kill the matador.
Yeah, true.
Sometimes.
Yeah, she.
Oh my gosh! Can you imagine going to one where the? Oh man.
Yeah, no,
That'd be
she's
somber.
honestly, like she's disturbed.
I'm going to give you a hiding in plain sight, a famous example.
Okay.
Ted Bundy worked at a suicide hotline.
So how's that?
But that's not.
What?
It-
So would he get vulnerable people on the phone?
And he would go, and it made him a better serial killer. He learned, and he could also know who they were.
And he would go
Learn it.
after
Those
them?
were the victims.
Well,
the people he would talk to.
Some could be.
What in the world?
And so when they're looking for somebody who's killing, it's not somebody who helps people to keep from dying.
Yeah.
Because his job was to keep people from dying, working the suicide hotline, but he was secretly killing.
Got it. So like those nurses that do the like IVs, they put something in the IV at the hospital. They're hiding in plain sight. They're supposed to be helping those people, and they
yeah, they have
There
that
we
like
go.
that sick
Well-
that sick thing where they just want to kill people that are already dying.
I say we should be done with the examples.
I was done. It
Guys,
was never.
I-
It was never even really
I
going to
know.
be
I'm
something.
sure that this is annoying to listeners, but for whatever reason, I can't wrap my head around it. And
Okay. We are done.
Okay.
Thank you all. That's all I got.
It's like
no. He was just talking. What were you talking about right before that? Before you brought up Ted Bundy?
oh, what were we talking about?
Who knows?
I don't know,
give
dude.
a crap.
Oh man, it was something interesting.
We are done. Thank you all for being
Oh,
here.
matadors.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central, Raymundo will try to do the 30-minute challenge. We have all the rules that are here, and he's going to do charades. If he can get 40 right in 30 minutes, or should we give the option for Ray to actually be the receiver and pick the person to give?
Oh,
Can we let
Whoa.
him pick that if he wants to be the giver or the receiver?
If he wants to, but he was already concerned about Lunchbox throwing it.
Well, but he didn't have to pick Lunchbox or anything. Like, Ray, you can pick if you want to be the giver or the taker.
Yeah, I'll think about it. Typically, I'm a taker, but yeah.
Fair enough.
really?
Fair enough.
That's interesting.
All right, so that'll be 10 a.m. Central tomorrow. Ray will do it, and if he wins, I'll buy him close tickets to the basketball game, the Memphis Grizzlies playoff basketball
That's
game.
legit.
Yeah. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.